It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join Paul David and Kyle Benedict as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics that affect all our lives in Yavapai County. And now here's today's Countywide.
We're going to sit down with the Lions Club today. Paul Chastain is here. Welcome to studio.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And you talked to me a couple weeks back.
Yes.
We've got something brand new that we've got to talk about. And so we're going to spread that word today. A number for everybody, 925-0059. So 925-0059. I'll repeat that numerous times between the commercial breaks. And website is in development for the Lions Club right now, Yavapai County. Let's start first, Paul, with just the Lions Club. What is the Lions Club?
Well, the Lions Club is actually the largest service club in the world.
Okay.
And we have about 1.8 million Lions. And I belong to the Prescott Noon Lions, which we have 110 men in. Then we have an 80-person Lioness Club. Mm-hmm. And then we have 12 other Lions clubs in the county.
Okay.
And we have over 500 Lions in Yavapai County.
When did the Lions come about? Can you take us back?
About probably, I think it was about 1918, something like that, in Chicago.
You've mentioned Helen Keller a couple of times.
Yes, Helen Keller approached the Lions, and she wanted us to be the Knight of Sight.
Okay. And
we've carried that forward. All Lions clubs have something to do with sight.
Okay, so eyeglasses is going to be our main focus today, is the eyeglasses.
Right.
Okay. Now, something big happened for you guys this past summer.
June.
And tell us a little bit about that, what you've acquired.
We acquired a 35-foot motorhome, and it's been gutted. It's got a little, we made a little room in front, kind of like a lobby, mm-hmm. and then it's a complete doctor's office in back.
Okay.
It's completely equipped for a doctor.
And it's decaled on the outside real nice?
Yes.
So people know that's the Lions Club rolling down the road?
Yeah, we wrapped that. It got done, I think, around the 10th of July.
Okay.
But we purchased it from the Lions of New Mexico.
Okay. And what was the purpose of it?
The purpose of it is, our sole purpose was to go to all the rural towns in Yavapai County. Mm-hmm. We have learned that through sending applications out, and we went on a man on the street about 7 months ago. Okay. And met everybody in every town. Mm-hmm. Asking them where they got their glasses, and then they'd say their doctor is the dollar store. Mm-hmm. Or two women told us that they saved their money for 2 years so they could go into Flagstaff or Prescott to a Walmart. So
I believe that.
Those are the kind of people we ran into. Now everybody in those towns called themselves the working poor. Mm-hmm. I like to call them the underpaid middle class. Mm-hmm. But they don't want me to say that. They want me to say working poor.
Okay.
And so we're operating right now at 120% of poverty. And what we're trying to agree to with a team of doctors to go to 150% of poverty. Now, by doing that, we will be able to handle so many more people. And we won't have to really pinpoint that bottom rung of the ladder, mm-hmm. because it'll open it up to where almost everybody in Yavapai County in that group of people will qualify.
Okay, so that's what this is. We're talking about low-income folks that need help.
Yes.
Just paying for their sight.
That's correct.
To be able to see.
Right, and we have volunteer doctors come out, and we then send the prescription and a photograph of their face, and we have a book with 25 pair of designer frames, which that's never happened before. Mm-hmm. And they get to choose from these designer frames.
Okay. So designer frames, that's new too then?
The Arizona Vision down in Phoenix, they're a company that's tied to the Lions, But the woman that runs it is named Jeanette Russell. She's been with them since 1992. And she became popular with the manufacturer of designer frames, all the major designer frames. And she's got over 70,000 pair of glasses, but frames. But she cannot sell them, so she donates them. So when we have her company grind the lens, then the people that we treat or examine out here, they get to pick their designer frames, and then they'll be mailed to them FedEx to their front door.
Now the glasses are not cheap. I was telling you before the show, my wife just got new glasses, and they were several $100s for a pair. So are you getting a discount then? Because I mean, it's one thing for frames, but then the lenses, I think that's where the real money comes in.
Yes.
How do you save the money there for the Lions Club?
Okay. We are tied to the Mel Clack Fund. It's on the motorhome. And he was a member of our club for 36 years. And he developed the Blind Center in Prescott many years ago. He passed away about 7 years ago. He only has one surviving daughter, and she's helping us. But if you are a resident of Yavapai County, you get free eye care, free glasses, and any medical care you might need.
Through the Lions?
Through the Mel Clack Fund, which is part of of course, the Lions, yes.
Okay. All right.
So they'll pay the 100% of it.
Now the RV, that probably wasn't very cheap, because you said you gutted it and redid it. I imagine the New Mexico Lions probably had it. Did they have it set up for the same thing?
Yes.
For an eyeglass clinic?
Yes.
So you had to come in and, what did you do, upgrade the equipment in there?
We did. Just a little bit, because it was in very good condition. And the husband and wife Lions in Albuquerque for 16 years traveled the entire state, and a lot of time on the Navajo Nation. And they helped people, and they got to a point where the people that they were serving, they were having a problem with no-shows and things like that, and that's disheartening more than losing money or anything. So after doing it almost 17 years, they put it up for sale. And their board of directors agreed to it, and so Dr. John Bundy from our morning club, he got on board with us for expertise, and the Southwestern salesman for medical equipment for eye doctors, he spotted it in Albuquerque, called Dr. Bundy, he called us, and we, over a period of a month, we went over and purchased it, brought it here, and then we've wrapped it. And we're off and going. And then we launched for, we've been to about 6 or 7 events just to sell the motorhome for people will recognize that in the phone number. So like we were at a place called Hope Fest in Prescott here about a month and a half ago. We signed up about 16, 17 homeless families. And then we went to military stand down the next week in Prescott, and we signed up about 18 homeless veterans. And in fact, I think out of the 14 people we saw this past Saturday in Oak Creek, 7 of them were homeless veterans.
Wow, okay.
And then we launched our program and our plan on the 7th of November in Cordes Lakes. And we were able to help 28 people in one day, and they'll all get glasses. And we had a little overflow, but on December the 5th we're going to be in Mayer. And so I think we sent about 8 or 10 people over there, and we hope to help between 20 and 28 people over there.
All right, let's take our first break, okay?
Sure.
Paul Chastain in studio with the Lions of Yavapai Eye Care. Phone number 925-0059, 925-0059. This is Countywide. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button to seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep pedaling.
Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. And now she's holding on for dear life. Her kids can see she may have broke her knees. They still love her though she looks like she's attacked by killer bees. I'm allergic. Prove you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to Countywide again for the Lions of Yavapai Eye Care. Phone number is 925-0059. Paul Chastain in studio with us today, and we're talking about their new RV that is a mobile eye clinic where you take it around. We're actually going to be focusing, you guys will be focusing more on some of the smaller communities that,
Yes.
If you think about it, like Baghdad comes to mind.
Yes.
Paulden, Seligman, areas where it would be difficult for someone who's low income to be able to get to you to get this help. You're going to be able to go to them. So that's the key.
That's the doctors that were at the convention this past Saturday at Oak Creek at the Hilton Hotel. We were only able to bring 16 people there, and we had to shuttle them there because even people from Cornerville, a couple of people from Cornerville, they have no family or they have no way to get there, so we went and got them. And then the homeless veterans were in downtown Prescott, and I had made contact with one of them, and he's originally from Chicago, and he rounded up the rest of them for us. And then we showed up at this park where they congregate, and we brought them all in here.
Gotcha.
And we were able to find one man with pretty severe cataracts. So when I file a letter to the doctors this afternoon, we're going to have those doctors okay, yes, the treatment, and then we'll pay for it through the CLAC fund.
Oh, wow. So we're talking about, that's cataract removal. That's not even glasses. That's,
yes.
And I've noticed now that since talking to you during the show here this morning that you've talked about kids.
Yes.
You've talked about parents.
Correct.
Homeless vets.
Right.
And the elderly.
No, we haven't, and you've hit on a very good point there.
Okay.
We're partnering with DES, the Access, and they say the forgotten people are the elderly.
I've heard that.
Yes, and we know that. And in fact, what I would like to do is there's a lot of rest homes or guest homes around the county that have like 3 people in it, and a lot of them. And what I would like to do is center in the middle of these folks and then have maybe 2 or 3 lines with their vehicles transported to the motorhome. Now, and the good thing about the motorhome, opposed to any other unit, we have a unit down in Tucson, but it's a 45-foot trailer. It takes 4 hours to put it up, 4 hours to take it down. And here we're going to go into, let's say we'll go into Baghdad and plug into 110 at the community center. And then what we will do is pull the plug and go over to Congress, and then that afternoon maybe help 10, 15 people.
So how fast can you see people? Because, I mean, that's eye exams. I've only been in for a couple, and I need to go back in for one now because things are starting to get a little blurry. But how many people can you actually see in a day, and how many doctors do you have at once with you?
We have one doctor,
okay.
But some doctors come for half a day and then leave, and another doctor will come in. But the rule of thumb is 4 an hour, every 15 minutes.
Okay.
But on occasion now, like in Cordis, we were able to see 28 people instead of 24.
Okay.
We had some walk-ons that we hate to turn anybody away.
Right. You don't?
No, we don't.
Okay. And you mentioned earlier that if for some reason that you don't have time that day,
right,
you arrange to get them in at a different time.
Actually, if it is a real pressing thing, we'll just turn them over to our club. And our club itself, we pay out of our funds. If you're over that limit, the threshold of your 120% of poverty, we'll pay for it ourselves out of our own money.
I think what I like the best about it is, I mean, you hear about groups that individual groups of people that they'll help, but you guys seem to run the gamut.
The morning club, it's called the Sunrise Club. Mm-hmm. They handle schools, and they bought some spot machines. That's what they're called, and they have a traveling nurse to the Yavapai schools, and the school nurse, if she feels that a child is having a problem, the traveling nurse comes with this spot machine. Now, the spot machine looks like the old car vacuum you would have.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it'll read your eyes, and it'll tell you if you need refracting, which is the full exam in the motorhome. Mm-hmm. So those are $7,000 a piece.
Oh wow!
And we're hoping the morning club, the Sunrise Club, has one, and we have another club that has an older model. But in the near future, I hope that we can get one more for the van to where we can help people on the peripheral of the people that have already signed up. Mm-hmm. So we could check them and see if they need reading glasses or they need help.
Okay.
So we can probably go through a lot of people that way.
Yeah. All right, let's take another break. Paul Chastain with the Lions of Yavapai Eye Care. Phone number is 925-0059. This is Countywide. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep pedaling.
Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. And now she's holding on for dear life. Her kids can see she may have broke her knees. They still love her though she looks like she's attacked by killer bees. I'm allergic. You don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to Countywide. Just a few minutes left in the program. 925-0059 for more information about the Lions of Yavapai Eye Care. Paul, you brought in, there's this business card that has information front and back.
Yes.
And then there's this postcard. Tell me about these, because these are important.
Yes. We're going to be giving these bigger cards to first responders, fire department, sheriff, and probation department, juvenile probation, and we're partnering with the Arizona Children's Society, who goes out and interviews or helps families in all parts. So when you call this number, just leave your name, phone number, and especially your address, because if you call in to our phone and we follow it up, and let's say you're from Paulden, Chino Valley Club will be given this information.
Okay.
And the Chino Valley, there's 2 clubs in Chino Valley.
Because you are all working together on this.
Yes.
The motorhome, RV, van, whatever you want to call it, that's going to be all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not just one Lions group. It's the whole Lions group.
Yes, right. Like the Bradshaw Mountain Club, which is in Humboldt, Dewey area. They hosted the one in Cordes Lakes, December the 5th. They're going to mayor's in their area.
Okay.
And then my club, Prescott Noon Club, we're going to do all the Southwest. That'll be Yarnell, Kirkland.
Okay.
Congress.
Okay.
And out to Baghdad.
So the groups are going to kind of split up the county.
Exactly.
And then, okay, we're going to take care of this chunk. So if you get one, say, from Cornville, you've got folks down here in the Verde Valley, go out to Cornville and handle that one.
Right. You have 4 clubs out here. So
should we make it clear that it's not something where you get this card and it's automatic, that it's going to happen tomorrow?
No.
It's going to happen when it can happen.
Well, yes.
How does that happen?
Yeah. What we do is, we're hoping to be in Paulden, like on the 19th of December. And that's the way it looks right now. But we send them out about half a dozen posters to put them in all the windows.
Okay.
And then they also get a package of applications.
Okay.
So the people that run the community center, they'll sign people up. And then they'll get the initial income, like if you're on SSI or Access or any of that, they'll make note of that. And then we'll come in and confirm that, and we're ready to go.
Okay. And you can always send us a list of dates and times that you're going to be in certain locations.
We went in front of the Board of Supervisors week before last, and I've already got a request from 2 of them that they want to get a schedule out, but we're at the corner of the end of the year, so we'll probably really hit it heavy on the 2nd week in January.
Okay, all right.
And then we'll be off and rolling for the whole year 2016.
Yeah, it's kind of busy time of year. You got the holidays coming up and stuff, so it's kind of tough. All right, so the number again is 925, area code 928-925-0059. Information there, and then be looking for these cards at community centers, libraries, first responders, your fire station, things like that. And be able to see better.
Okay.
Mr. Chastain, good to see you. Thanks for coming back.
Good to see you. Thank you.
I appreciate the call and asking if you could come on.
Yes,
I do.
We appreciate you doing this because you've got some spots out here that need help.
That's right. That's right. Okay, that's today's Countywide. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We will talk to you again next time.
This has been Countywide. Listen in each Tuesday and Thursday as we tackle the hot topics and talk to the decision makers across Yavapai County. That's Countywide with Kyle Benedict and Paul David, each Tuesday and Thursday on this Yavapai Broadcasting station.